Morning, welcome to the reading. This is all about you starting your day in a conscious way, knowing you the creator and director of your life and really becoming that. When you learn to be more conscious of what you're actually thinking most of the time, that's when it's like, wow, no wonder I am where I am. Not that you're not in a good spot, we are, but we can get caught up by the chaos going on around us. So we want to remember to keep the focus. That's okay. We can send love to it. We can wish for the best, send intentions for healing, peace, all of those things. But it's also about not letting ourselves get caught up in that drama because then it takes over our energy and our life. Okay. So great messages today. We're going to do our cards and we're going to read from Parallel Universes of Self and then do a little blessing. Can't believe we got this card. Number 40. The Land Between. Yesterday, I think we got the card about it between two worlds. So when we receive, so tarot decks, these aren't from tarot, but have the tarot decks, they usually have 78 cards, you guys. It's not like there's so few cards, we keep getting the same cards. When you receive the same cards, the same messages quite a few times, that is why, because it's so important, because this is something we really need to hear. And it doesn't matter if we need to hear it 5 times, 5 days in a row. We want something new. I'm like that. I want a new message. I want something new. I want some. Sometimes it's like, no, because we need to focus, keep our focus, and remember these things. The Land in Between. This is from the Seven Oracles deck. So it's from an Oracle deck. And this message is exactly what the world is going through right now. Actually, all my messages are today. Between two worlds, learning to be okay while at the threshold of what was and what will be. That's where we are in this world right now. A time of waiting and evolving. Gray area, something essential yet still in development and metamorphosis. That's exactly what the world and all of us as people, as human beings, are going through right now in this ascension process. The world is here. Is in between the old world, the way it used to be, and that's tumbling, falling. Truth is being brought to the surface. What doesn't work anymore is going to fall away. But when it doesn't work, we have this awareness, this doesn't work anymore. This is ridiculous. Like the way taxes work and the way we need to work in our younger, healthy years. And then at the end of our life, we retire and finally get to have fun. And often most people are sick. And how bad the healthcare system is. So it's not healthcare, it's, you know what I mean. So we're just seeing these things now so clearly. It's like, wow, these things are crazy. This isn't working anymore. I don't want to live my life like that anymore. So you're caught in between the old, still in the old world, but knowing you want things to be different and that the world is changing drastically. So there's so much change that needs to happen. And what happens when change? It's like the Tower card, lightning. Something happens that's blowing up your world, that's putting it on fire. Things need to fall, things need to break apart, things need to split. And that's what this is about, right? Things need to split. Our world right now is splitting between the old and the new. We decide which one we're going to be on. We also decide our timelines. So do I want to be in fear, worry? People worrying about the AI, people thinking that we're going to be in war and all of those timelines. Don't choose them. We do live multiple thousands. There's always thousands and millions of timelines available to us, right? So we choose which one. That's by setting intention. I now choose to. I choose to focus on this. I choose to live in a world like this. I choose to create my life like this. Time of splitting apart. What world do you want to live in? Sudden, unexpected change. And it's also about accepting the situation, knowing that change and that the benefit is coming, that it will be better on the other side. You choose that because you choose the timeline that's going to bring about good results. And you choose to live your life that way. You choose to think like that. You choose to believe like that. So you choose to live in each moment with faith and hope. Right? That's what you can do. And then the last card we have today is the Nine of Pentacles, which we have had many, many times before. And I read it today and it had a little different messages, which I loved. It was like rewarded efforts. You're rewarded for your efforts. So when you live the way I was just talking about, you're rewarded. That means yes, you will experience a better life, way of living than someone else who's choosing the bad scenario. Better times are around the corner. That's exactly what is happening right now. The world is crumbling, things are falling apart, but it's becoming new and it will be better. We're not going to create it to be worse. You don't have to. Other people may choose that timeline, but don't you. Shift towards a new beginning. Now, isn't that just perfect? A shift towards a new beginning. That's absolutely what we're doing right now. And it could also be what you're doing in your life, with your work, relationships, the way you choose to live your life, whatever. And then the message from the book, Parallel Universes of Self. How quickly something manifests physically is sometimes dependent, always, on how you react to things that seemingly contradict your choosing creation. So you could say, Diana, I'm choosing a good timeline, but look at the earth, the world, what's going on? I just got fired, whatever, right? My world seems to be falling apart and things in the world are so chaotic, but yet I'm choosing a better timeline. Why hasn't it happened? And it's of course because this will be, our old stuff is still reflected in our environment, as well as there's a collective and world timeline that's going on too. You have your own personal one, but we are also, of course, still living in a created one from all the millions of people living on Earth. So we got to see that, oh, well, my life hasn't changed yet. You don't give up. You just say, it's okay. It's in the process. I'm in the process. I'm focusing on, right? You still know that that change is coming because you're intending it to. If you are truly resting in fulfillment of the desired version of yourself, you would react to the old stuff differently, as in, that's the old stuff. The new is coming. I'm not going to focus on the old anymore that I don't want. It is maybe still here. That's just remnants. That's just, I'm not going to be that. I'm not focusing on that. I'm still choosing something different. This means you may use adverse events to deepen your newly chosen reality. Yes, this is showing me what I don't want. Yes, this is still what I see that this is not where I choose to be. It's okay that I'm here now, but I know, really, I'm getting so clear on what I do want now. It's only repeating because you react to them from the same point of view. When you see the old things still happening, if you go in, see, this is just the way it's got to be. Oh my God, I knew it. This isn't working. Nothing's changing. Obviously, nothing's going to change. Then you are stuck in the old way and you will continue to have the old way of being because you're focusing on it. You're making it reality. You're making what matters into matter. You're making what matters matter. Right? The more we focus on something, we condense it into something that's real. So if you focus on someone and you're thinking, they don't like me, they don't like me, they don't like me. When you're around them, you're going to continually find evidence that they don't like you because you're looking for it. You're focusing on it. But you may be missing all the different ways they show that they actually like you. That's just an example. So let's focus on that. That's a good message for today. Is what are you focusing on? What are you noticing? Are you looking at your current reality I become frustrated too. We're human. Being frustration and continually keeping it in this way by your focus and your belief and your thoughts and words saying, see, it's still the same. It's not going to change. Oh my God, this isn't working. Nope. That's only then when you say that, stop and go, ugh, if I say those things again, it's only going to keep it as my reality. That's okay. I'm human. Clear, clear, clear. This is what I'm now choosing. It's a process, believe me. All right, we're going to do a blessing from Sacred Rebels Oracle. So remember, change is happening all around us. Don't let it drag you down. Even if it does sometimes, you know that you don't need to stay there. We all have our ups and downs. Like I said, yesterday was crazy for me. Ask God, sirs, ask your guides, ask God to help you move through those emotions, those doubts, those fears, to give you strength. Know that you have the strength to move through this. That's why you're here on this earth right now. Okay, hand on your heart. I want you to start breathing in through your nose, breathing in good, loving energy. And as you exhale, breathe out, release and relax. Dump everything down to the center of the earth. Okay, I want you to ground yourself deep in the earth, growing roots, deep, deep, deep in the earth. Inhale the beautiful, safe, secure earth's energy up into your body, into your heart center, expanding, expanding. Breathing in good energy. As you exhale, drop the shoulders, relax, let go, let it all flow. All right. I give thanks for the higher order of my life, which I trust implicitly, as it guides me into wholeness and love. From that which appears as chaos, new order is rising. I trust this and receive the gift of higher order in my life now. Through grace and mercy, so be it. I'm going to read it again. Continue with your breath. I give thanks for the higher order of my life, which I trust implicitly, as it guides me into wholeness and love. From that which appears as chaos, new order is rising. I trust this and receive the gift of higher order in my life now, through grace and mercy. So be it. All right. Have an absolutely amazing day. Don't forget to give this video a like. Feel free to share it. I'd love to hear your comments. Do you like this type of format? What else would you like to hear? And let me know where you're watching from.